Okay, so we are going to start the presentation on the module is called, one second, the module is called Lead in Practice in Health and Social Care. And we are going to have the first, on the first section as a presentation. I will first play one of my students, Ms. Shamali's video that she has sent to me, and we'll go on from there. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to share information about role of pharmacy manager and leading and developing individual staff and teams. First, let's see the content. Here's the content. First, I'm going to talk about who is a manager and who is a leader and leadership styles and four types of leadership styles and advantages and disadvantages of it. Then I'm going to talk about evaluate roles and responsibilities as a manager and about SWOT analysis. Then evaluate the role of leaders in communicating organizational vision and about leadership theories. Next, importance of developing teams and promote mutual trust. Finally, I'm going to talk about how the team leaders support and develop team. Okay, let's move to first slide. Who is a manager? A manager is a person who is responsible for a part of a business or an organization. This may include supervising and managing a group of people. And let's talk about leadership. Who is a leader? A leader is one who influences the behavior and work of others in group effort towards achievement of specified goals in a given situation. Let's see the differences between manager and a leader. The manager normally focus on system and structures, and the leader focus on people. Normally, manager relies on control. The leader inspires trust. The manager maintains. Leader normally develops. The manager does things right. The leader does the right thing. Okay, let's move to next slide. What is a leadership style? A leadership style is leader's method of providing direction, implementing implementing plans, and motivating people. Leadership style is different one person to another. There are many types of leadership, but here I'm going to talk about four leadership styles which affect on field of pharmacy. One is autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, and transformational leaderships are them. Let's see one by one. Autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is a management style wherein one person control all the decisions and take very little input from other group members. Let's see the pros and cons of autocratic leadership. High efficiency, improved productivity, better supervision and control are the advantages. Management stress. The autocratic leaders make all business decisions and does not delegate tasks. So this can lead to management stress. Then employee dissatisfaction does not prepare employees for promotions and reduce motivation among employees. Let's see the definition of democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style is a type of leadership style in which members of the group take a more participative role in the decision making. In here, employees also get a chance to give their ideas on decision making. Let's see the advantages and disadvantages. Increased productivity, high creativity and innovation, mutual trust among employees, and increase job satisfaction. Slow decision making process are not suitable for unskilled and incompetent employees are the two of disadvantages. Let's move to next leadership style. Laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership is a management method that involves evaluating employees' skills and talent and assigning them responsibilities based on their capabilities. This is the third style that I'm talking to. Let's see the pros and cons. Freedom to make decisions, faster decision making, and encourage creativity and innovation are the advantages of laissez-faire leadership. And the disadvantages are lack of role clarity, then lack of accountability, and the lack of guidance. In laissez-faire leadership, it involves leaving employees to conduct tasks without overseeing them, as long as their actions do not negatively affect of the company. Let's see the last leadership style, transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is a model of leadership that relies on the encouragement of a team to realize overall success. Let's see the advantages and disadvantages. Motivating employees, and it's flexible. Treat people, treat employees individually. Those are the advantages. And disadvantages are need continuous communication, need continuous feedback, and put pressure on employees. So these are the disadvantages. Let's move to next slide. Evaluate roles and responsibilities as a pharmacy manager. Before evaluate roles and responsibilities, we should have proper knowledge regarding job description and list of responsibilities and to whom we should report. To evaluate myself as a manager, I should know my uh, strength and weaknesses. Let's see the role and responsibilities of pharmacy manager. Overseeing pharmacy assistant, cashiers, stockkeepers, and other pharmacy employees, ordering pharmacy supplies and controlling the inventory on a daily basis, preparing drugs and executing prescription orders and orders for collection of delivery, verifying prescription details with the healthcare specialist who prescribe them, normally practitioners, medical practitioners, enforcing best practice protocols when storing prescription drugs and controlled substances, maintaining an approved drug and verifying expiry dates, monitoring product displays and shelves as well as the general appearance of the pharmacy, appointing and training new pharmacy employees and scheduling shifts, addressing customers' requests as well as their complaints. These are the major roles and responsibilities which I have to do. And to evaluate myself as a manager, I should know my strength and weaknesses and opportunities that I'm going to have and threats that I'll have to face. When I evaluate myself with the leadership styles, I have to use several leadership styles in my working history. See some of them. Some people need more direction than other, and few require no direction at all. It's good to know the different styles of managing and being able to know when exactly each style has its advantages, especially in a busy pharmacy when productivity is key while still maintaining good customer care and patient safety. Actually, I'm using mixed management style. Democratic leadership style is the style which I use the most. Once in every month, once in every 6 months, we get new sales targets. Usually, I take more ideas from employees, pharmacists, and assistant pharmacists to make plan on increasing our sales. From that, I could gain more innovative ideas, and staff get motivated by it and they feel valued. However, this management style isn't always the best. Sometimes I have to take full responsibility of my own for employees who have joined newly and without experience, or maybe low, maybe they have a low level of experience. For them, autocratic leadership is very useful. This way of leading, I give them a clear and direct list of tasks and expectations. The employees who are lack of motivation also have to control by autocratic leadership method. And there are some pharmacists and assisted pharmacists who have excellent knowledge and experience about their job. They doesn't require direction and guide frequently. For them, I use laissez-faire style as a management leadership style. Let's evaluate the role of leaders in promoting and communicating organizational vision to others. A vision has to be shared in order to what is meant to do, inspire, clarify, and focus the work of the organization. As a leader, one part of my job is to create commitment to the organization's vision. To do this, I must communicate and promote the vision effectively, and also repeatedly. In that will help others understand it, they remember it, and they can share it. Uh, from internal memos, presentations, and posters and notices in a notice board, meetings, the vision serves a reminder to the team of their purpose and goals. Managers should encourage interactions and feedback from the employees to evaluate the communication of vision and should get their opinion too. Let's move to next slide. Leadership theories. Uh, there are few leadership theories such as trait theory, behavioral theory, transactional theory, transformational theory, and situational theory. But in here, by evaluating myself, I could find some skills and such as listening and communication skills that I have. Uh, I think it's under trait theory. The trait theory of leadership states that certain natural qualities tend to create good leaders. And the behavioral theory of leadership focuses on how a person environment forms him or her into a leader. The theory states that anyone can be a leader if they behave the way other leaders do. To become a manager, my past experience and working environment done a major role. Therefore, to become a leader, behavioral theory is also very important. Considering my thoughts about practices of leadership can help me to identify my area of strength and also weaknesses and take actions to become better leader. By evaluating my skills, I can understand how to better lead my group. Importance of developing teams that promote professionalism and mutual trust and respect. Professionalism means the conduct, behavior, and attitude of someone in a work setting or a business environment. Team building is very important, and it is also help to employees to learn from each other and develop new skills. When staff work like a team, they share their knowledge. For an example, in my profession, well experienced senior pharmacists work with trainee pharmacist and also with assistant pharmacist. Um, they could get more knowledge, more uh, more experience and methods from well experienced senior pharmacist. By looking how senior staff communicating with patients and arranging and packing medicines and giving additional advices to patients. So building trust, regulate communication, foster creativity and learning, healthy competition, and resolve conflicts are the importance of developing teams that promote professionalism and mutual trust. Finally, I think it helps to improve company culture too. Let's see how the team leader support and develop team. When I first became a manager, I really struggle with figuring out the best way to develop my team. Sometimes I got advices from my senior managers and from top management. There are here are some 5 steps which support me to me to develop my team. First one is ensure that each person truly understand their role. Without knowing the role, we can't do anything. First, each and every employee should know what is their job role and what should they do. Then they provide training and development tools based on individuals' current skill set and abilities. Customize training to ensure they understand how to be successful in their current role. Then continue to give additional development tools, trainings to build upon their experience and competencies for future role. The third step is step away and let them to do their job. So they have to do their work alone. The fourth step is meet with the team members regularly to discuss goals. Uh, Game plan for employee growth is the last step because not every team member will have potential or even desire to get promoted. But for those who do, those who like, focus on providing training continuously and reviewing the challenges and expectations they will face at the next level and measures their development progress. This is the end of my presentation, and thank you very much all for listening to me, and thank you very much Mr. Kausala to giving this opportunity too. Thank you very much.
All right. Uh, it was really interesting, and I feel it's a complete presentation that had almost 22 minutes. So it was interesting, and I find each and every detail has been covered, and also the presentation style is fine and it's interesting. A few things to improve. The flow of speech that will be improved by time, but better than the first one. And also it has a lot of details and also interesting to watch. And I will give my review later on an email. And congratulations for your presentation, and it was really fine. So we'll go for Madhushani. I think Madhushani will be ready. I will give her sorry, I can do like this, screen share option. I have given the screen share option. So Madhushani, you can start your presentation right now.
Is it clear, sir?
Yes, it's clear, and there's nothing wrong. Everything's fine.
Good evening, all of you, and welcome to my presentation. My name is Madhushani Ratnayaka, and the subject of my talk is Leading Practice in Health and Social Care. So now we come to the first point. What is leading practices? A leading practice is a set of structured activities designed to fill gaps or address needs in service delivery, and to produce innovative knowledge and tools. The leading practice has demonstrated a positive change related to safe and reliable care or service, accessible and appropriate care or service, and or integrated care service. Then in the second part, I would like to describe what are the leadership uh, qualities that build great healthcare leaders. Today, healthcare professionals face many challenges that force effective leaders to dig deep into their leadership toolbox. In these challenging times, strong healthcare leadership is needed to influence and guide healthcare workers through these turbulent times. Great leadership is demonstrated by setting the right examples for employees to emulate. An effective leader should walk the walk, talk, and lead by example to gain respect in the workplace. Let's talk about what innate qualities to leaders have that makes a good leader. Let's talk about one by one. Integrity. The first characteristic is integrity. Integrity is a vital trait in any top level leader who is strategically guiding the ship amongst choppy waters. Delegating major responsibilities can be tricky, as the purpose of delegating work is to not unload your work but give your employees the chance to learn and grow in their careers. This is delegating. And communication. Another important leadership quality is effective communication skills. As a healthcare leader, the goal is to communicate in various mediums, such as relaying information to encourage the team and using active listening skills. Then, influence. Effective influencing can be a game changer to align the team toward the objectives of a project. Promote, buy in, and understand the big picture. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is a trait that is developed by self-reflection and recognizing your own strengths and weakness to become an effective leader. Learning agility. A leader that is agile that can navigate the ups and downs of healthcare and embrace uncertainty in a constantly changing healthcare environment. Empathy. Empathy is linked with job engagement and is a critical part of emotional intelligence and leadership effectiveness. Leaders need to be willing to understand the cultural and social identity of the workforce and lead without any judgment. Final one is respect. Giving employees respect on a daily basis will promote teamwork, diffuse conflict, and improve effectiveness. Then, in the third part, I would like to discuss what are the what are the healthcare leadership challenges. Reimbursement. Healthcare can be expensive in the world. There are tremendous pressures to bring healthcare cost. Business and the government are seeking ways to reduce the cost of healthcare. Reimbursement models are changing. They are shifting from a fee-for-service based model to a performance-based model. Then, healthcare policy. There is a high degree of uncertainty with regard to the Affordable Care Act. The ACA had a tremendous impact on insurance markets. This uncertainty has made many healthcare systems and insurance companies reluctant and expand. Traditionally, these industries rely on a high degree of predictability. Uh, um, then, one of the most significant changes within the healthcare industry has been the emergence of new technology. These technologies range from specialized equipment to information systems. Some of the emerging technologies are electronic patient record, new imaging technologies, novel drug therapies, 3D printed devices, and robotics. Not only are these technologies costly to purchase and implement, they also often demand highly specialized work and facilities. Workforce shortage. Currently, the healthcare industry is facing a growing shortage of skilled and qualified workers. The the shortage significant in occupations like nurses, nursing assistants, imaging technicians, and pharmacists. Then last one is leadership gap. Healthcare leaders have the daunting task of managing teams and facilities in a high stakes industry. They have to adapt to increasing expenses, job vacancies, and the increases uncertainty. Okay, then what happens when there is poor leadership in healthcare? Poor toxic relationship can be as harmful to the organization as a whole, and I will venture to say more so as the ill effects suffered during the pandemic. Why is leadership so important in healthcare? They promote continuous development of the knowledge, skill, and abilities of staff in order to improve quality of patient care, safety, compassion, and the patient experience. As examples, Hurricane Katrina. During Hurricane Katrina, power went out, floors flooded, and supplies can low at hospital. Evacuation was impossible. Healthcare leaders had to decide what to do to help patients. Then, second one is COVID-19 pandemic. During the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, a shortage of personnel protective equipment pulled healthcare leaders in two directions, advocating for their staff while also collaborating with global institutions to share scarce medical resources. Then there are 6 reasons why leadership is important in healthcare industry. First one is provides understanding of hospital goals. True leaders understand the hospital goal, which is to reach the potential of quality care safety. Then the second one is helps to recognize employees' potential. Positive changes in confidence levels are observable when leaders find a way to unlock employees' potential. Then third one is promote sense of belonging. Leadership allows acceptance of diversity within the healthcare workers. If the leaders provide mutual support, it enables support and care within the environment. And the other reasons are enhances confidence and job satisfaction levels, improve skills and abilities, help to accept change within the healthcare sector. Then how leadership affect healthcare teams. For example, during the pandemic, numerous nurses spoke out about the mental toll of working on the front lines. Doctors and administrations witnessed not only patients suffering from illness, but also families torn apart by COVID-19. gentle and vaccine refusal. Healthcare workers worked concerns about shortages of personal protective equipment. Lead in healthcare today. Healthcare leadership starts with a care vision for a healthy, well-functioning organization. Leaders in healthcare today understand the complexity of the system in which they operate. They have compassion for fellow workers, for patients. Um, I would like to thank you for taking time out to listening to my presentation. Then thank you for all of you.
Yes, you're welcome, and it was a nice presentation. And please give me the screen share option as well. So it was really fine, and I feel you have a good sense of presenting skills now, and congratulations on that. So, Miss Iresha, you're fine with something because we are having a few number of students for the presentation today. You can do if you are willing, or else we can end the session and we can speak about the next module that we are going to do.
Mr. Khosla, I will submit it by Friday.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Sure, no worries. So, our next presenting this thing will be module will be management of safeguarding for health and social care. This is actually management of adults or management of aged patients safeguarding for health and social care. So this is all regarding how you manage, how you do, how you get on with the people, staff, or the patients. So your assignment one uh, uh, will be a context. You should carry out the tasks in this context of a specific health or social care context. This context may be related to your current job role, a role that you aspire, or one specified by your tutor. Example context including organizations working with adults and learning difficulties, adults with learning difficulties, adults with um, physical vulnerability, example, people with disabilities, elderly people, or people who are ill, and children and or young people. So the task one, so you can take this as you're a healthcare worker, okay? So you are a healthcare support worker or a healthcare support worker supervisor. So the task one, now you have to do only the task one as a presentation. The senior management team require information relating to safeguarding to consider whether their organizational responsibilities are being met. They have asked you to reach expected to present your findings. They have asked you to research the impacts of safeguarding legalization that will apply to the organization. You will be expected to present your findings to the senior management team and answer any questions they have. You should research and document the following and prepare a presentation for senior management which identifies and analyzes the vulnerable group in health and social care, analyzes the issues relating to safeguarding these vulnerable groups, explains the aims of safeguarding within your chosen context, analyzes the legislation and or regulation that applies to your chosen context, analyzes the roles and responsibilities of safeguarding with your chosen context, evaluates the impact of legislation regarding to safeguarding on the work of those on your context, on your chosen context. So, so the task one is your presentation, and you can easily choose a role which is your healthcare support worker or healthcare support worker supervisor, or aged care support worker, aged care support worker supervisor, and you have to find what are the organizational responsibilities and you have to identify what are the like what are the things that is wrong, or you should have a legislation with the vulnerable groups in health and social care. So vulnerable means who are ill, who are having disabilities, or who are over age, maybe over 80s, 90s. So these people are prone to diseases, prone to other kind of abuses. Like if someone is having a dementia or a short-term memory loss, if they have something valuable, and if you take it, if you or your team members stole it, and you are the responsible person, so how do you find the problem? How do you find the ways to safeguard the adults? So this is the option, this is the module that you have to work on, and you can find many relating documents online. And also I need to give you the job role. So your job role is healthcare support worker, healthcare support worker supervisor, aged care support worker, or aged care support worker supervisor, which is the same. So you can easily take yourself as a healthcare support worker. So this is the module that you need to go on and do the task one on the next presentation. And there are students who have missed in the first task as well. So for that, I need my students to do it on the next day, on the next coming day, because sometimes students are not that much eager to do the presentations because they are having difficulties finding the information and taking risks. They have to present it online. So all students, all learners that in the entry levels or maybe experienced, but still you don't want to worry about anything. It's a class. You just have to take yourself into a presentation. That's all. So thank you for today's presentation, and you guys did well, and I appreciate, and see you on the next one. Okay, we've got Max. 1 minute, we can wait. Hi, Max here. We have now at the end of the session, but still you can do your presentation. Should
Oh,
I display it or you can do it? I have given the screen share option to you.
oh yeah. Wait, I'll try.
Okay.
Can you share the presentation file?
No, I have given you the screen share option. You
No, this is
can,
my office PC. That's why.
you don't have the presentation with you?
No, I have, but let me try that.
No, you can screen share your presentation. Open it and press screen share. Then you can choose the document and you can play it, or you can move forward. Okay, I have screen share it. No need to worry.
Ah,
All right. So I'll go page by page.
okay, 1 second.
If you can do the screen sharing, no problem. I just disabled it.
Yeah, give me a second. Can you see that?
Yeah, properly. I can see it properly.
Sure.
And press that cup at the below.
This one, right?
No,
Yeah.
no. Near the zooming and right. Yeah, that was correct.
Okay.
Okay, you can start.
Uh, is it now? You can view through the slideshow views or still?
Yeah, no, you press that cup and cup on the bottom, and you can use the arrow keys to move forward.
Oh, then I won't be able to see the screen, eh?
No, you can see the screen.
I mean, the background screen, the other files,
No,
because I have a couple of notes in my backside.
oh. Then what I will do is I will do the screen sharing.
Oh
You can
yeah,
disable it,
sure.
and I will play the this thing.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I think screen. Okay. So tell me when to stop and when to move.
Sure. Uh, hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Max, and I'm here to speak few words about the leading practice in health and social care. So, can you go to the other side? Okay. Yeah, I have mentioned, first of all, we should know what is a leading practice in health and social care. So I have included a brief explanation here, which I go through and got it from the internet. And clearly shows that this function underscores the importance of knowledge for formulating health strategies at both national and global levels, and also for the efficiency of health system performance. So WHO recognized the importance of knowledge management methods and tools in the performance for these core functions in order to improve effectiveness and the efficiency. So here what it means, like it's a small idea where we can get what is the leading practice. And also I would add few more points to this. And first of all, can you go to the other side? Yeah. So here I have included what does it exactly mean by a leading practice? Because if you go through the websites and search for a leading practice, it will show like a best practice, because both are giving us the same meaning and the same idea what we want to know. So, and also if you look at it this year, a best practice is more than based on evidences, and it represents quality care which demands deemed optimal, and lead practices are the health practices, methods and intervention and procedures or techniques based on high quality evidence in order to obtain improved patients and health outcomes as well. And also practice is commonly defined as a technique or a methodology that through experience and research and has proven reliability to the lead to the desired result. So the term used frequently in areas such as health or government administrations, the education systems, and project managements and others as well. So next slide. Yeah, here I have included some examples of leading practices. So if you go through the first thing, I have added like uh, it's a drugs have turned out to be great, affordable community primarily based totally corporation have fought for the enable more to get the right to entry to the treatment and consisting and the antiviral therapy as well. And it's a sample of a example. And the second one I have included a community primarily based totally cooperative have emerged to offer crucial offerings in HIV associated prevention and care and treatment as well. And third thing I have included, yeah, they have accomplished so in a reaction to the wishes of those harmed by the epidemic and to fill gaps with inside the public sector's provision of those offerings. And in all those above experiences, uh,
What happened?
uh,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah, impossible.
Oh yeah. And in all those experiences and others, what is important to document and share knowledge on what element of those work or do not work, how they work, and why they work or do not work. Those are things we have to consider in a leading practice, and these are the small three examples I have included. And the other thing, go to the next page. Yeah, here I have included where do leading practices come from. It's a, I don't know whether it's beneficial for us or not, but I think in some certain it's very important to know where these things come from to us. A leading practice may come from a variety of sources, including like from care workers and ministries of health and civil society organizations, community groups, and individuals as well. We might, I think, like individuals and organizations, how it's possible, because we learn everything from others, because organizations and individuals, there are a lot to learn from them. And the other slide, yeah, these are my final slide, that conclusion part. So the document, so I have included a small summary of and a brief explanation and the idea of the conclusion here. The documentation and the dissemination of leading practices provide a real opportunities for acquiring knowledge, and it was about what workers and to continue learning about how to improve and adapt strategies and activities through the feedback, and as well as reflected an analysis in order to implement larger scale, sustained and more effective inversions. And and apart from that, the staff of the WHO regional office of Africa partner organizations and ministries of health and other stakeholders in member state of the WHO, it means World Health Organization, African region, are encouraged to take advantage of these opportunities and participate fully in the efforts to share leading practice in the healthcare sector. And that's a small idea which I got from the internet and the other presentation files and some PDF files which I go through from the internet. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, actually, that was interesting. So, thank you for your presentation.
Yeah.
But there were some mistakes because you need to choose a part of your job role and make a relevant comparison. But it's still your presentation worth because you have shown what is leading practices and what are the examples and what are the organizations that is responsible for leading practices in a certain region or in the world as well as. So World Health Organization contributes the major part, the major role in leading practices
Yeah.
in all, like, like for, let's say, the COVID-19 as an example. We went through a lot of
The one
pressures.
thing I came across from the Google, that
Yes.
mainly WHO is focusing on the African countries for
Yeah,
the, yeah,
exactly. Because in the European region, all the European countries autonomously do their part in their healthcare practices. And in the Asia region, they also have a very standard methods of doing, because most of the Asian countries are belonging to the Commonwealth region. So the Commonwealth region, once they know they have a good healthcare role and free health services, and the African region, they don't have any kind of a legal system on the healthcare. So
true, true.
WHO and the other organizations and NGOs and countries support the African region. So major role, even the COVID-19 vaccines were majorly distributed into Africa, because if they face a lot of difficulties by a sickness, automatically their economy goes down, and that reflects the chain of the world's economy. um, yeah, that what you're saying is correct, but you have to, in your assignment as well as in your presentation, you need to choose your job role in the healthcare sector and focus on that, and also despite and explain about the cons and pros of your job role in the healthcare practice. But anyway, you did a good job overall. And thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Shall I
yeah.
leave?
Yeah, sure. No
All
worries.
right.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, welcome.
All right.
Good night.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our session. And if you have any questions, you're welcome. And we are having the next on Tuesday, we'll be having the management of safeguarding for health and social care. Once the video is reviewed, I will share the video and the next topic, and then I will put an email to everyone. So thank you for participating, and have a nice week, and also good night.
Good night, sir.